You know, it's funny, Courtney mentioned that when she was auditioning for According to Jim, she was told she wasn't Jewish enough. And that's a note that I get all the time.
Is it?
It's such a problem for me.
Well, you can't be Jewish enough. I've always said that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was home with my intensely Jewish family
over Thanksgiving.
Over Thanksgiving, and it's fantastic to be at Thanksgiving at Aunt Rena's house in Westchester. Aunt Rena. Yeah, she gets up right at the beginning of the meal, and she goes through all the accomplishments of every member of the family. She says, you know, congratulations to cousin Danny on being a lawyer. Congratulations to Eric on making partner at Freed Frank. Congratulations to Mark on being on a show. We don't know what the name of it is. We've never seen it, but we're thrilled for him. And I remember the first time I brought a girlfriend, you know, this was a couple of years ago, to Thanksgiving with the family. And on that particular year, Aunt Rena and my Uncle Bob had purchased a microphone, which they connected to the stereo in the room where we eat the meal. And she said, my girlfriend was very shy, and she said, we're gonna pass the microphone now, and everybody's gonna say something. So it was a complete nightmare. And she passed it to, you know, my cousin Danny. He's like, hey, how you doing? It's good to be here. Passed it to my dad, who's like, thank you, Aunt Rena, for this wonderful meal that we're all eating. I grabbed the microphone, I'm like, Ridi Pagliacci. And then I try to pass it over my girlfriend to my brother, who's gonna save me from, you know, my girlfriend having to talk on the microphone.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah. And then Aunt Rena is standing at the door like a gunslinger in the Old West. Goes, give that microphone back to Julie. And then she stood up, and it was it did not go well.
No.
She was like, hi, thank you, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. And she proceeded to have a migraine headache, and I had to apply a shot to her thigh, and we took a cab back from Westchester to New York City. It's not good.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Now, have you brought anybody back since?
No.
No.
I will never do that again.
Oh, we'll at least prepare them next time and have something written for them to say.
Right.
That's a lot of pressure. So all the holidays, I mean, Hanukkah must be. Do you go to Aunt Rena's also for a Hanukkah?
No, my cousins are doing Hanukkah this year, and apparently they're having a grab bag, and the price has gone up from $20 per gift to $25 per gift. So we think this is going to be a kick-ass Hanukkah. It's going to be
That's nice.
crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, cars and vacations to big resorts.
You'd think they'd be taking advantage of you now that you're on a show, that they'd really raise it.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, oh.
They do. There's pictures being signed at every holiday. There's, you know, tickets to tapings.
Yeah, they have to be excited. I mean, this is
They're so excited.
Yeah.
They're so supportive. It's fantastic.
But are more family members just like coming out of the woodwork that you've never heard of before?
Yes, yes. Cousin Rodriguez. I don't
That
know him.
can't be right.
No puedo hablar español. No sé. Yeah, it's not good.
Now, this is what? It's your second season?
Yeah, it's our second season on Good Morning Miami. We're having a great year. We're moving to Thursday nights. December 11th, we'll premiere again at 8:30 on NBC, so please watch. And this year, it was our second season, so I was feeling kind of cocky, and I got a new car that was a little, I'm kind of a modest guy, but I got a little bit of a flashy car. And
like a Camaro or something?
Yeah. Datsun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're not telling us. I'm just trying to guess.
Right. I think I have your car.
All right.
Anyway, so what that means?
It's a Camaro with flames on the side.
Like in Greece.
Yeah.
So anyway, like when I first came back to the set, there was a prank was played upon me. The writers put a license plate frame around my license that said, I am the star of Good Morning Miami. So for like 4 days, unbeknownst to me, I was driving around with this license plate frame. And people are looking at me on the highway like, oh yeah, that's great, man, you're the best. And cutting me off and not letting me make a left-hand turn.
Oh, no.
But I had to get my revenge, which I did.
What did you do?
I sent a letter to the writing staff of my show saying that Sony, with a camera, the Sony CyberShot U, it's like this little digital camera, and I said the advertising department of Sony has not been able to come up with a sufficient campaign to sell the camera. So we've sent this camera to 5 writing rooms of our favorite shows in LA, and we'd like you to take pictures of yourselves as outrageous as possible and come up with a slogan to sell the camera. And in exchange for coming up with a campaign, if you make it to the next round of 3, we will give you $3,000 worth of Sony equipment. So they were completely excited. They tried to get past legal at Warner Brothers. I had to call the producer to tell them that it was okay, so they got approval, and they sent me back the camera with pictures of all of them like making faces and making fish faces.
When you say sent you back, how'd they send it to you without knowing it was you?
I created a decoy address. I had a friend in Malibu who...
You're very sneaky.
I'm a sneaky man.
So they send you all these pictures.
So they sent these ridiculous pictures, and the slogan they came up with was, "A picture is worth 1,000 laughs," which is funny, but only in the context of my brilliant prank.
Right.
Right? So we had the table read that week, and I went in front of the entire, like 50 people come together for the table read at the beginning of the week, and I made a speech saying, I have a friend at Sony, and it looks like you guys are doing really well. But the funny thing is that letter that you guys received was printed on my printer, and the friend doesn't work for Sony at all, and you guys were right. And then I pulled out a huge billboard with all their ridiculous faces and their slogan, "A picture really is worth 1,000 laughs. Suckers."
Oh, man. Well,
I got them.
Well, you know, I'm happy for you right now, Mark, but I have a feeling now they're even more mad, and they're going to do something worse to you now. So I just would prepare yourself.
Thank you. I have a feeling I'll be coming out naked in the first scene
well,
of this episode.
We'll stay tuned. And you said Thursday is when it's going to...
Yeah, Thursday night, December 11th, we premiere at 8:30.
All right, and it's on right now at 9:30 on NBC, but we'll change it to 8:30.
Thank you. That'd be great.
Or just watch NBC constantly. And we will be right back with the 13-year-old shark attack survivor, Bethany Hamilton, right after this.